Thanks, man. Thank you all for coming. Was not expecting. Oh, it's a lot of people. I didn't write anything down because I wanted to speak from the heart, and now I find that that's kind of difficult. But obviously, since I'm in this program, I wasn't too much of a stand-up citizen. I mean, I grew up, I knew it was right, but I ended up rebelling anyway. And when I was 13, I started smoking weed and whatnot, drinking and all that, and it progressed from there. Over the years, I just started doing harder and harder drugs, and I dropped out of school, and I really lost handle of my life, and made bad choices, very bad choices. And this past summer was the worst. This past year, 2015 was the worst year of my life. And I got kicked out like twice. My stepdad kicked me out because I wouldn't listen. And so I was drifting from couch to couch and floor to floor. And I still couldn't stop doing drugs. And I kept compromising with myself, telling myself that it wasn't that bad. That I had jobs here and there, and I would get a job, lose a job, get another job, lose a job. And the whole time I was getting high and just doing me. And in October, I was staying with a friend at his apartment, and another buddy of mine had just gotten out of jail from Florida, and he came back to the town that I lived in, and he was there for 2 days, and he was at our apartment, I think it was like a Friday night, and we were all partying, drinking, smoking, doing ecstasy and stuff, and he was doing dope, and he ended up overdosing and dying in our bathroom, and even that wasn't a big enough wake-up call for me, because I still continued to do the same thing for the next 3-4 weeks after that. And it just got to the point where I was definitely disgusted with myself that I just couldn't stop doing what I was doing. And I called a great family friend since I was younger. She told me that if I ever found myself needing help later in life, I can call her. So I called her and said I needed help. I had a few bad habits, and I couldn't get rid of them. So she recommended Teen Challenge, and when I was younger, I knew about the whole Christian thing, religion and whatnot. So it wasn't anything new to me coming here, but since being here, I've learned way more than I ever could have hoped for. And honestly, I'm kind of disappointed in myself to say this, but I feel like I've done more in the past 2-3 weeks and here in induction productively for my life than I have in the past 4 months. But now I got a whole nother 10 months to do good things. But I got a Bible verse that I like.
Sure.
And it's kind of a generic one, but it means a lot. And it's Jeremiah 29:11. It says, "For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future." And I'm really thankful to God that He took me out of that old mess and
Amen.
brought me here to regain composure and let him take over my life and steer it in the right direction. And it's hard to say this too, but since I've been here, I've been pretty obnoxious. I mean, it's hard being confined with 20 other guys 24/7, but for you guys, I know a lot of the guys since I've been here have left, but for you guys that are here, I apologize if I did things that made you act out as well, because I know people definitely not persuade, but they just, one person's actions can cause another, influence another person to do wrong. So I apologize to any of you guys who have been influenced by my wrong actions.
We forgive you.
Thank you. One more Bible verse is Proverbs. I got in trouble the other day because there was a rule when we went out for Easter to just get water, and you know me, I had to get some Sprite, so I thought it was clear and I could get away with it, but Brother Adam got me. So I had to write a little essay, and one of the Bible verses I found pertaining to this, it's Proverbs 25:28, and it says, like a city whose walls are broken down is a man who lacks self-control. So for myself, and since I've been younger, I've always was told I needed self-control, and I never gained it. And so that's one big thing that I'm working on now, and I hope that up at the mountain I can really figure it out with God's help, of course. So I just want to thank everybody at Buffalo Teen Challenge Western New York Induction Center for all that you've helped me with. I mean, I've just met Brother Adam, but I'll see you up at the mountain. I want to thank Brother Will, my man, Brother Lou, Brian, just met Nas, but he seems pretty good. Brother Dave, good man. And Connor, definitely Connor. But the rest of and John Jones, my bad, I didn't see you sitting down with him. Love you, John Jones. And I want to also thank the families and friends and pastors that help us through our time here and guide us and speak with us and pray with us. And one is the Webbers, Ma and Pa Weber. They're not here today because Ma Weber fell and broke her arm. So they're older, but they're so nice, the nicest people I've ever met. And they open our home. They open their home to us to come there once a month and feed us and just fellowship with us. And their daughter is here today. I thank you for coming and representing them. And Pastor D. Bernardoni, she's a wonderful woman. I've had a great time working on the Dignity House with her. I learned how to put drywall up, so that was cool. And I want to thank you for your guidance, and we'll keep in touch. And everybody else that I missed, thank you guys. Just pray for me that I can get through this next phase, this next 10 months of brutality up at the mountain, that I can actually that the Lord will renew my mind completely, because I'm still struggling. I'm brand new to this, and but I believe that it will come to fruition. And thank you.
So part of our tradition here that I'm going to act like I've been a part of is to present Jacob with his certificates of achievement. This first one is for completion of the personal studies for new Christians. This is your first one here. so you can hold that up and let them take pictures. And then the second one here is for the group studies for new Christians that he completed as part of the curriculum here. So we want to send them with those. And last but not least, you know, can you juggle, man? No. Last but not least, we want to present him with a Bible. I know he has one, but this one looks pretty nice. And this is for him to continue this process of discipleship he's on. And hopefully he gets into this thing. And when next time I see it, it should be all bent up. And
Amen.
yeah, thank you. Yeah. God bless you, brother.